here it goes. Wait. All right, here you go. Here you go. This is from WestJet.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
David tour dates removed from websites after the discovery of a girl's body in Los Angeles. They definitely did that just because he's black. They should have let him finish his tour.
Big developments in the case involving the singer David and the girl who was found dead in the trunk of his Tesla.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Bro, what?
Really good.
Okay,
It's
bye.
been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
David and Celeste Island trip? Question mark.
Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
The fact that he went on stream with her is insanity. She lied about her age and said she was 19. Brother, in what world can someone not tell that she is a kid? David is so weird. People are saying this is how young Celeste was when David met her. 11. Like, this story is genuine insanity, and the more I look at it, the less I know what to believe. David confirms he had a kid with Celeste on the way. Okay, Twitter, this doesn't exactly confirm anything, but weird. David, are you happily married or single? Me and @deleted_user got a kid on the way. Something in the way. Yeah, the police.
Never mind, have been friends with.
Oh, no.
Poor Jason can't catch a break, man. Jason the Ween has withdrawn his support for David after new evidence surfaced about the body being found in the singer's car. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. I had dinner with him one time in a group setting. Funny.
It was your mans. You was with the I gotta find that fucking clip, bro. Hell no. We gotta get
I'm not
this
even
shit.
close friends with David. I made a song with him. I had dinner with him one time in a group setting. Funny how fast people rewrite history when the heat turns up. Yesterday, bro. Today, barely knew him. You know, every human that was blessed with a triple-digit IQ would be doing exactly what Jason's doing and distancing themselves.
Because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter. First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing. Okay, that shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything.
All right, off. Do you really think this guy's an accessory? The worst crime he's ever done is cheat on a math test or tell his parents he didn't want to be a doctor. Anyway, crazy news. Celeste's former teacher came out and talked more about the David situation.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. She's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead.
I find it really strange how now everybody seems to know where she was the whole time, like chilling with a rapper in LA. Like, why didn't nobody bother to ask any more questions? Like, you know, how old is this rapper per se?
Bloody shirts, the bloody clothings that were a part of his act and a part of some of his songs and the music videos, they're not available anymore.
God damn, that's a collector's item now. Almost on the same level as the one-on-one Warren Jeffrey Epstein drip.
Romantic homicide, which by the way is the number one streaming song for him right now.
So if you heard what they said, yeah, David's music has actually been blowing up right now on Spotify and reaching like all-time highs when everyone's tuning into this story. David is the biggest gainer on Spotify's global top artist, jumping 63 spots to number 90. Romantic Homicide by David re-enters the top 10 of the US Spotify chart at number 10. David removed his name from a shirt.
Is there DNA on those? Dude, I think it was paint on them damn shirts. Like, I thought they were like, that was real blood, but hey, that shit might get checked. They might check it. What? A share Spotify players with Celeste? Damn. This shit crazy, gang.
10 of the US Spotify chart at number 10. David removed his name from a shared Spotify playlist with Celeste R.
On September 7th, David announced that he would be dropping a brand new album with 15 songs on it. But keep in mind, September 7th was the day that Celeste turned 15 years old.
If that was
He
deliberate,
dropped from
that is
15
some cool stuff.
Wait, what
He
the
also made this
fuck?
post last year on TikTok saying, "Who had the best outfit in 2016?" And look at the comment.
Please adopt me. I need it. 0907, should we? September 7th, the same birthday as the missing girl.
And that's not it. Look at the song Decide by David that was dropped in 2022. It says, "I know what the problem is. Save your tears, 7 years. I know life is complicated." In 2022, Celeste was 11 years old.
That do be kind of freaky, but, you know, playing devil's advocate in all sense of the phrase. It do be rhyming, though.
The case is over. It's wraps. Lock him up.
You know, I'm not going to go off my limb saying that he outright did it, but the connection to Celeste is undoubtedly confirmed. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's no evidence of him actually, you know, killing the person. For all we know, there could have been other people involved. We don't know the full story, so jumping to conclusions this early, I think is a bit, you know, infantile. Can anyone tell me if the girl in pink pants is Celeste? I don't want to say 100%, but I don't know. Looking pretty sus to me.
David is starting to act extremely guilty right now. If you don't know about this entire David situation, I definitely recommend to do your own research, but here are a few things over the past few days that David has been doing that makes it seem like he is very guilty. Starting off with the first thing, he has officially turned off his comments here on TikTok, and also he turned off his comments on every single social media platform. So if you go into his comment section here on TikTok, you cannot comment anything. Same thing on every other social media platform.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
I feel like if social media comments bothered him so much, why wouldn't he just, you know, delete social media off his phone? Like, deleting the comments does look a little dumb, especially if you're investigated in a crime.
On top of that, he has started to unrepost almost every single video he has reposted here on TikTok, especially the ones that are not a good look for him. For example, this one right here behind me that he had reposted that he no longer has reposted. It is a video of this guy saying, "Me if I see her talk with other dudes," and then this guy is actually cutting up meat.
Devastating day for vegans. Now, since we're on the topic of David reposts, I saw some even worse stuff. Me hearing about her past with other boys. I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions. Maybe that's why he went for someone so young. Me after watching her scream after I poured boiling water on her after she told a boy a happy birthday because why you happy he made it another year. Read this yourself, but he was a depraved guy. I like writing gory psychological drama, romantic quotes, and a lot of death. I love gore. I use it to desensitize myself. I watch to disconnect the part of my brain that feels empathy to the wrong thing. I saw a cartel execution on Reddit when I was 14. Yeah, and I saw 3 guys won Fortnite pickaxe when I was 11 too. And I think a lot of us did. The internet was a wild place back then, but you know, we didn't get addicted to watching it.
Hello, my name is David. Pronounced David, not D4VD. In the back of my mind, you died. So what inspired the hook, "In the back of my mind you died," is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind.
What the actual f did you just say to me right now?
Why did he have to clarify that, bro? Lazy realized David was watching him talk about his allegation.
David was in the viewer list on my stream and he just unfollowed me on Twitch.
This is some of the, I think, yeah, this is some of the same clips
How
we've already
he feels
seen.
right now. David is listening. The TikTok discourse is hilarious. Why is he free? Lol. He's currently being investigated, so they can't really do anything right now. So what? They can keep him in custody. Also, there's already enough evidence. There's not enough evidence. Obviously, the cops know something that you don't. Where's the evidence, lol? Nothing points to him but the internet police. Maybe a body inside his car. What? I don't know. Maybe the police are aiming not to, like, call him a suspect right away in order to not, like, spook him into hiding, but I asked the digital robot, and no. As of the latest credible reporting, David has not been named as a suspect by law enforcement.
Los Angeles police seen outside this Hollywood Hills home executing a search warrant and carrying out a computer and evidence bags. Police say the singer David has been living there, and it's the same neighborhood where a Tesla registered in the singer's name was towed after being abandoned.
So yeah, technically they haven't named him a suspect, but they did get a search warrant, so they're definitely investigating him.
Yes, that is Celeste in those live videos with David. So this live stream where he talk about he trained her and the comments keep spamming Epstein, that was Celeste. They admit that. And police have confirmed that the body in the vehicle is Celeste.
Where they're interacting with some of his fans.
It's a short clip.
Sadly, unfortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
Yeah, man.
This David and Celeste
that shit is
story just keeps
disgusting.
getting more and
That shit is disgusting. Boy, oh wow. All right. So Chappell Ross is saying that he has a little bit more to add to the story at this point. Yeah, I really don't necessarily want to see what the fuck he has to say, really, because because the stuff is disgusting, bro. Especially that one clip where he was like, and then you hear the song lyric, that's messed up. But they did bring up a good question: why isn't the dude arrested already? But maybe they're still doing their investigation and everything. Just like how it took what's his name, that Rajah dude, a minute to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? They probably sometimes they just got to do their investigation and everything like that, bro. And likely that'll come to the light and they'll make those arrests. Oh, we got 8 minutes. I got 8 minutes and a minute. Power hour of reacts. Let me see what Chappell Ross got to add to the situation.
more
Let's
strange.
hop
And today
into
I'm going to update you on one of the most strange developments that I've seen on social media around this situation. And I'm going to share with you a very bizarre theory that may well be one of the only saving graces for David. And I'm not condoning anything. I'm not trying to give him an out. I'm not trying to give
the
him
decoy. He's trying to give him an out.
it's not really
right?
an excuse, but this could be a potential defense. There could be some confusion going on. And what I'm seeing on a lot of Reddit posts is that there is apparently 2 Celestes. So Celeste obviously being the name of the young girl who lost her life. She would have been 15 on the day that she was found. It's highly likely that she lost her life before her 15th birthday. So she would have been 14 when she lost her life and had her life taken away from somebody in a very heartless fashion. But obviously there's been all this talk about this relationship between David and Celeste and where this all came from, what was going on, how could he have possibly been publicly, openly flaunting this relationship with a 13, 14-year-old girl at this point in his big old career with all of his success. And some people are basically saying that there is another Celeste. There's another Celeste that might have been the one. Maybe this is an excuse. Maybe there's a Celeste that's old.
Okay, pause. That brings up a good question, though. Yo, do y'all think he could be doing it for the clout? Pause. I know it's a big jump. I know it's a crazy big jump and a crazy big reach. Do y'all think that shit could have been set up by the labels for like extensive clout? And what's worse is if we look at this, just like how his Spotify numbers and his stuff have shot up, companies and labels is looking at that too. They may not necessarily be like wanting to, I don't know, risk life and limb, but maybe some of them will risk life and limb. I want to know that, especially for YouTube fam. In the comments, do y'all think he could have possibly set that up as a clout play, bro? Because if it was the case, hey, it would have maybe done paid off. He had to cancel the tour dates, but still he done shot up in streams. I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's see what Trav has to say.
That was really David's girlfriend, and this little girl maybe had nothing to do with it. I mean, that doesn't really hold water when a chopped up body is found in the front trunk of your Tesla, and it's Celeste, the 14-year-old girl. But we're going to explore this theory of 2 Celestes because there's been quite a lot of talk about it, and some people are feeling like it does hold water. So there's a whole bunch of Reddit posts that I'm going to go over in the course of this video. This one says, can someone please explain there's 2 Celestes? There's a lot of spam going on, specifically in TikTok comments, about the Celeste you see in photos is not the same Celeste that was missing and found. However, it really does look like the same girl. And the messages specifically in Discord prove that. Can someone please elaborate on this second Celeste that is apparently David's girlfriend? People think...
Yeah, so when they found her, it was dismembered. From the details that I gathered, yes, Brody, they found her. They found a torso. The torso and the head in the trunk, if I'm not mistaken. And then the legs. Did they find the legs? Did they find the legs? I'll find that clip here later, and I'll get back to on that answer. But supposedly, what I gathered was that they found the torso and maybe torso head in the trunk, but her bottom part was not found there.
Someone please elaborate on this second Celeste that is apparently David's girlfriend. People think an older Celeste, aka second Celeste, named Celeste Herrera, is used as a cover-up to hide that he had any relations with the minor Celeste, the one that was found deceased and decomposed in his car. I read somewhere, I think it was a comment on a BJ Investigates video, that there's another Celeste that's supposedly a decoy, and she's 23 years old. Are all the pics of the girl with the thick black glasses the older Celeste? People are saying the stream at the arcade and photos with straight black hair are the 23-year-old. All glasses, photos, and videos of curly hair are the victim. So the Celeste and David won't let me sleep pic and Epstein joke cooking videos are the actual victim.
Oh, damn.
Celeste Herrera is a 23-year-old who's been seen publicly with. Celeste Rivas Hernandez is the 11-year-old who he met and groomed in 2021 on Discord, who
On
went missing in
Discord,
2025,
what the fuck?
2024, and was found dead in his car on September the 8th, 2025. PDFs like minors. This is apparently Celeste Herrera. This is the older Celeste. I'm not going to lie.
Did they hire
kind
her?
of similar looking. I mean, that is bizarre. That is actually bizarre. Saying that's Celeste Rivas, that was Celeste Herrera, and people are trying to work out, well, which Celeste was this in the video? Celeste in the Hello Kitty sandals. These are the sandals she was apparently wearing when she went missing, so clearly this is the child Celeste in her Hello Kitty sandals, seen with David's brother after a show. She was a missing child still during these moments. Now, let's look at some other Reddit threads that dig a little bit deeper into this theory. So this is another one just with some pictures of two Celestes. She not only shares a similar name, Celeste Herrera, and that's her Instagram there, apparently, followed by David. And maybe that's the Celeste from the video. I mean, how bizarre would that be if this other Celeste was the female actress that was playing the role of the real Celeste, who was the underage girl? I mean, this thing just gets more and more wild
that's not
by the day. And that's obviously the young girl. So found out there's two Celestes. One is 23-year-old Celeste Herrera, who is different from the 15-year-old Celeste Hernandez. There's only one music video that looks like Celeste Herrera, 23-year-old. The rest of the music videos look like Celeste Hernandez, 15-year-olds. Man, I got a headache right now. It's all this nonsense, all this horrible, horrific, gory stuff is actually giving me a mad migraine today. I'm not feeling it. Super weird how they share similar features. Anyone else notice
and he has
know
this
more
white
about the
screen
older
too.
Celeste? She's just a random girl, honestly. In the Twitch scene, it seems to be more of a coincidence to me that they ended up in a video together. She was at an influencer party that David was also at. I'm assuming they're just mutuals, but it is weird she's wearing a similar Gap hoodie on the stream. Interesting. So Jason Lewin retracts his earlier statement defending David, clarifying they were never close friends and only collaborated on one song and had dinner once. He also states the Celeste he met on stream is not Celeste Rivas, saying, yes, everyone here knew already. So we're going to see even bigger breakdown.
Man, that man was scared as fuck. It's like, well, I did, because you already know his chat. Jason Lewin's chat was bashing the shit out of him. Let me see that picture of him. The man looked like he had it, though. They put him through the ringer. You knew what was going on. You stood by idle. You're a piece of shit, weed. You're a weeder. That man caved, but understand. But very, very rightfully so. Though. I definitely would understand. Definitely understand Jason Ween's take, because I probably would not. I wouldn't be defending that man either if that shit came out like that. All right, let's go.
Two Celestes. What I really don't understand is why there are two Celestes in this situation and why the other one hasn't said anything. Also, why did no one say anything about their relationship when she was so much younger than David? This is a really confusing case, honestly. May this young woman rest in peace. This is awful. Does anyone have a GoFundMe account or start one for her family? You should be focused on his two best friends, Aisha and Neo. They hung out with him and they must have known about the grooming at the very least. Someone said, yeah, you're right. I'm just here to try and grasp some of it. It just seems so insane to me. They for sure should have spoken up about her being underage to begin with.
I
Maybe
didn't
she'd
even know
still be
about the
here right
Reddit
now, man.
space
Saying it was a different Celeste that David hung out with has got dragged into the situation since she has the same name as the victim. She put in her IG bio that she's a different Celeste. There isn't much of a reason for her to speak up since the two Celestes look completely different. People were paid off not to speak about it. I think David threatened legal action on somebody for attempting to talk about it.
Yeah. And then not to mention, like, his fucking label, his label has, like, he signed to, like, one of the major labels. You know that means he has the access to the good fucking public, not only your personal assistant, but your public relations, PR people, your fucking, high-powered lawyers. So, they could come after some shit like that or really clean up the image, especially if it's getting in the way of the money. They you know what I mean? I can see that as feasible.
Yeah, but where is the pictures of the other Celeste then? There should be a gallery of some LA girl out and about with friends. Where is all her mutuals to put it to bed? All we have is that there is apparently two of them that look very similar and only a few pics of both. A bit mental to me. All right. And there's more chatter about this theory, this second Celeste, and this one is a lot more of a detailed breakdown, okay? David's David's odd, that's like a tongue twister. David's
Yeah,
odd
odd
obsession
obsession.
with Celeste and possible incriminating evidence. So,
Oh,
so that no one would be suspicious of him and that everyone would believe that Celeste
Don't
Herrera
be
is actually
suspicious.
Celeste. So this is theory. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was killed all the way back before the 8th of June, according to the report of her missing body. The body was heavily decomposed and chopped up. Depending on the longevity of this decomposition, we won't really know if this theory is true or not. But to continue on with the theory, I believe that after killing Celeste Hernandez, David's obsession with her wouldn't go away, and he would look for someone to fill her place. This is where Celeste Herrera enters. As seen in the two photos, the new Celeste is wearing the exact same one. The exact same what?
Glasses,
It
maybe.
doesn't say.
The jacket.
I don't know if it's
The
the
jacket
ring
looks
or something, but it
similar.
doesn't actually say. So the new Celeste is wearing the same Gap hoodie. It's the exact same Gap hoodie. Wow, that's crazy. The new Celeste is wearing the exact same one the deceased one was last seen missing with. This leads me to believe that David knew of Celeste's death and gave the new Celeste her jacket. That's twisted after she was killed. Unironically, XQC went and discovered that many of David's songs and music videos premiered on Celeste Hernandez's birthday, contributing to the fact that David was obsessed with her. Reason for the murder: some people speculate that Celeste Hernandez wanted to leave David to go back home, but David would not allow her to because he knew that if anyone found out about their relationship, his career would be ruined, so he decided to kill her. Cause of death is still unknown, and it's the exact same jacket. People are saying
That's
he
the
follows
main
Celeste Herrera
fucking
and her
meat,
bio
right? That's
is
crazy.
different Celeste. She changed her bio. That's weird. Ooh.
So her bio says different Celeste. That part is wild. That man hired another fucking. Did he hire her or he just? I don't. Oh man.
What was that picture? A little bit of evidence slipped me by. So is that her with the new Celeste? This is the Celeste that's in the
Yeah.
bottom of the picture. This is Celeste Herrera.
That's the new one.
All right, I'm gonna save
He's
that
sharing
for
that
the
one.
deep dive. All right, this is actually crazy. I just can't believe how crazy this is. People saying the story is getting more and more weird each hour. Exactly. Now people are saying that this Gus guy is dead too. And that was 4 days ago. That was before I even covered it yesterday. Yes, I don't know if it was real, but Celeste's brother seemed to confirm that Gus died due to different reasons. It sounds very interesting. I'm trying to find more evidence, all right? He was saying, guys, what if David hired someone to take out Gus? Gus was in with some people, the wrong people, scarier people. They found out he was unlived over some girl that David now claimed, and as revenge, they got hold of Celeste and did the unspeakable to her and left her in his car as a warning. Why is nobody looking into this? We already know David pays people off to send them away and fix his problems, and he was obsessed with her. Dude probably hired a hitman to get Gus unalived, and his gang got revenge for real. Now, I don't know if we can really believe that, but this is what's going on. People saying, who is Gus? Nobody's explaining who it is. In the text, Celeste talks about
Nobody's
hooking up
explaining.
with another guy
Gustavo
called
Fring is his
Gus.
name, supposedly.
Okay, is there any
Gustavo
more to
Fring.
this? I can't lie. There's a lot of information on this Reddit, but the comments, there's a lot of interesting screenshots that people are sharing in the comments, and it's interesting. People saying, do they know who shot him? I hate that Reddit doesn't just let you get these inline messages. But anyway, it wasn't David, according to the brother. It was a separate incident, but I don't know if I'm buying that. In those same texts, Celeste's brother mentions it was a random incident unrelated to David. I don't think anything's random at this point. I think things have gotten a little bit too crazy for anything to be random. There's so much intention behind all of this stuff. Another picture of Celeste there. The other Celeste, the older Celeste, with David. That is just so bizarre. How could you end up having these random pictures with another girl called Celeste after this happened?
It would make sense because if he did it though, like it would at least give him. It makes it to where, you know, then he could have a plausible. He could just pull it and be like, "Nah, this is the chick the whole time. This was her the whole time. She was this. This is the, you know what I'm saying? Pass it off to the like this is the 13. You know, this is the one who was really underage, but you know what I'm saying? He's gonna make it really make it look like this older lady was her the whole time.
That's actually insane. Saying yes, so he's posting with this Celeste, so the one questions.
So
So
no
one
one-
questions him,
no
right?
one
And
questions
everyone thinks this is the real Celeste.
Right,
If that was
right.
his plan, then he's dumb, because that would only work if they were both alive. But since they found the body in his car, that makes the Celeste they found the primary Primary Celeste, and this one a secondary Celeste, eliminating his little cover-up plan if he thought that he was a 200 IQ act or something. People saying he's done. Exactly. But people saying you might be the dumb one because obviously it was working up until the murder, which was very likely planned. If he was smart enough to have a double identity girlfriend to cover up the fact he's a PDF, he would be smart enough to properly dispose of a body and not leave it where it could be found.
Ooh.
This plus clues in several of his songs and music videos tell me he was wanting this to happen. I don't know why this guy's being downvoted. Calling him dumb is stupid because it was working and none of y'all knew about it until the body was found. That's just pure hindsight. Okay. The plot thickens.
For
right?
possible
We really need to
denial
find
in
out
the
about this Gus guy.
future.
I think that's where it's the most, that's the most interesting
yeah.
aspect of it. Okay.
Bro, that's them high-powered PR people that work. I bet you, man. That's them industry-ass fucking PR team working. What's good, Cakes? Welcome in, champion. Hope all is well. How you doing, man? Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. He set it up for a loss. He could set it up for, that's a double play. That's a double play. Because you set it up to where he got that cover in the loss in the court of law, like you were saying, and he got that cover in the court of public opinion as well. Because he just anybody who says, "Oh, yada, you're just like, no, this is her right here the whole time, dude. She's old." Bro said, she's old enough, dude. Y'all are crazy." Cake said he's doing good. Great to hear, man. Great to hear, bro. Looking forward to your. Oh, hey, has your eye gotten better, by the way? Has your pink eye gone, or your sty gotten down? Did you get a chance to get some meds? Yeah, just going over this David situation, man. Hey, did you get the clip? You should get the. I don't know if you've gotten into this, but there's a clip where Jason Lewine is like denouncing this guy and all that shit. I don't know if this is like your particular cup of tea on the content side, but hey, man, there's some definitely a lot of stuff going on, man. Definitely a lot of good pickings for us little small content creators here.
Some people are saying this second Celeste theory actually makes a lot of sense to them. Okay? A lot of people are saying this makes sense. People are starting to think that David had used the second Celeste girl as a cover-up and she didn't even know it. He didn't want people to start assuming where was she and not appear in videos or photos anymore with him. So he purposely sought out another girl whose name was Celeste and had her wear the first one's jacket on that June 8th live stream. That is bizarre. So it's possible that she's been dead some time before June 8th. And he tried to trick people into thinking it was the second Celeste was the girl that he was talking to the whole time by allowing her to be on the stream because the second Celeste is 23 years old. This is the theory. Doesn't make sense otherwise. He wanted this Celeste to be seen in private with him and with his friends, so if questions got asked, there was this Celeste looking like the old Celeste. 23 years old, easy alibi. She didn't even need to know. All he had to say was that he dated another Celeste beforehand. Her brother said she'd been passed away for 2 weeks though, right? He's probably just guessing. They haven't confirmed how long the body had been decomposing. And there's always the possibility of him keeping the first Celeste captive after the breakup while he moved on to the second one. That is dark, but I don't know. The dude is already a monster in my book, and I don't want to believe it could be even worse.
All right, let me pause. He's just going through comments the whole time. No, he got some clips. He has clips. He does have clips. We're going to skip through the rest of the Reddit comments and go straight to his clips. But I wanted to say, bro, I'm almost fucking just dumbfounded and shocked by that. Because my question is, like, the main question that comes to mind after hearing all the evidence, seeing a lot of people's different takes, right? If he did all that, he hires the other Celeste, he starts showing her up on live stream. You got all this money and these teams and access to things. Why then? Why is the body still in the trunk? They didn't took the time to chop her, to cut it up. He took the time to dismember her. God rest her soul. I'm sorry to hear that. It's really mortifying. This man took, hypothetically speaking, they go through the trouble, dismembering the body. Why is that shit still in the trunk of this Tesla? And then he goes on tour. They gotta be setting it up for somebody. And then unless they need to have proof ready that car was in control of somebody around David and have that shit nice and pre-packaged for the prosecution in order to get him off so he can still maintain the streams, have the cloud still and still be able to monetize off of everything. Otherwise, this shit's I don't know. It's not adding up, man. All right. Here's the clips. All right, David had a decoy, so let's highlight your pick up some videos supporting evidence here.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. 124.45, yeah? Let's have a look.
Before? Yeah, Sakura and David went to preschool together.
Dude, when we were at the bar last time I was with you, you were
Try to change tough. What can I say, guys? What can I say?
No way! What?
Sakura's the friend at the party, actually? Yeah, she's the friend with Jason.
Melissa was here, and you were talking about last time.
Already before? Yeah, Sakura and David went to preschool together.
Dude, when we were at the bar last time I was with you, you were
Try to change tough. What can I say?
So there, apparently this older Celeste is in the background with David. They're fumbling around, laughing, giggling.
Oh, okay. So you can
And
see him in the
what date was
reflection.
this? July the 31st, 2025. This is around that time then it allegedly might have happened. That's crazy. I mean, how do you just find another woman named Celeste who looks similar? Like, that's how are you finding these women?
Guys, what can I say?
No way! What?
Sakura's the friend at the party, actually? Yeah, she's the friend with Jason.
Melissa was here, and you were talking about us, and you're talking about me.
Okay, so that's what they're showing. That's what they're basically showing the
Girls sit on the floor.
They're showing the second Celeste.
Oh, I gotta sit on the floor. I gotta go on my knees, dog. I'm on my knees, please.
You don't need Melissa. A food segment.
The food segment?
So David stays off camera in this. Now, I don't know if this is really proof of anything, but definitely a little bit suspect. Definitely a little bit
Supposedly
strange.
they have her
whatever
in
was
the
going off on
background.
camera, I'm trying to
They
find
have
out
him-
about that.
him right there.
Now, what is another interesting aspect is that Celeste, obviously, I mean, you can see this as a child, right? People say, man, what the hell? He was seen wearing the same blue wig.
Oh.
A little while after this. Now, that's just super creepy. It doesn't prove anything, but him walking around in that same blue wig is just bizarre. People saying my heart sank when I saw that. The prisoners are going to love this, by the way. People saying child predators don't go to general population for this very reason. He's definitely going to roll it up in the yard. I'm leaving this sub now. I got all the info I needed. I don't need to see this poor kid again. This is just getting depressing at this point. I hope she gets justice. Look, we're all hoping for justice. Two Celeste is crazy.
Hold on,
I mean,
son, I gotta
like,
get the
how
damn
on
clip
earth do
with
you
that
even
wig,
do
bro.
that? Like, how on
Because I don't think
bizarre.
I hadn't seen that on the net until now.
Blue wig. Man, what the hell? He was seen wearing the same blue.
We got
What is another interesting aspect is that Celeste, obviously, I mean, you can see this as a child, right? People say, man, what the hell? He was seen wearing the same blue wig.
Wow.
A little while after this. Now, that's just super creepy. It doesn't prove anything, but him walking around in that same blue wig is just bizarre. People saying my heart sank when I saw that. The prisoners are going to love this, by the way. People saying child predators. This will look, we're all more and more confusing contradictions keep on coming out.
Horrible news, man. I am sorry to hear that, but we had a deep dive into the current events and happenings of that. I'm sorry to hear that, man, and hope the family can get some justice for that situation for real and find out what really happened, so they can proceed to the healing process. Extremely sad to hear that. Not only that young life was lost, but yeah, now another one is about to be lost for some stupidity. All right, yeah, I think that's the last one we're gonna get to. Let's see.